hearings now in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse out in Kenosha, Wisconsin. This morning, the jurors had one question of the judge. Now we are told 2 additional questions have been sent from the jury to Judge Bruce Schrader. Let's get straight to CNN's Shimon Prokopez outside the courthouse in Kenosha. Shimon, what do we know?
Yeah, John, that's basically all we know. 2 more questions coming from the jury. We were just told by the pool reporter inside the court. So we're waiting to see what those questions are. It could be follow-up to obviously what we were discussing earlier about the video. We're also told by the pool report that the judges, that the defense attorneys, the attorneys, are setting up video monitors for the jury to come down and watch the video. What video they want to see, we're still trying to find out. Obviously still a lot up in the air, but it looks like the process to have them view this video has now started.
Shimon Prokopez, grateful for the update. Joining me in studio, former U.S. Attorney Kim Whaley. Not unusual for a jury to have questions, especially in a high-profile, complicated case like this, including the video evidence. What is unusual is as we wait to find out exactly what the jury's interested in, every time we go back into the courtroom, you have a judge who, in addition to dealing with the questions in the case, likes to give media commentary, likes to respond to what he views as too much criticism in the media. In this case, earlier today, about the process he used, essentially putting the names of all the jurors in a tumbler and letting the defendant pick out the jurors who make the final cut. Too sensitive? Unusual?
Very unusual to have the defendant be part of the process for deciding who the actual jurors will be, particularly in a criminal case of this high-profile nature. But I think this underscores, John, the nature of state-elected judges. I mean, we've talked about voting a lot. Does voting matter? If you care about our judges, go to the polls and vote on them. This is someone who does it by his way. And we also know he didn't let the lawyers use the word victim, but it's okay to use things like rioters. These are really important substantive questions. And the problem is it's creating a lot of potential holes for an appeal if he is convicted.
And the judge deciding that he wants to comment on things that have been said in the media about him during the actual trial. I've covered a lot of trials. It's been a while, but back in the day I used to cover a lot of trials, and I don't recall a judge every day deciding to rebut what he views as unfair media criticism.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think in the old days too, judges weren't in the news in this way, and wasn't a 24/7 video, maybe for O.J. Simpson. But we saw, many of us who watched the last big trial, of course, we can see the difference between good judging and not so good judging. When I say that, I don't mean to disparage this judge, but really the idea of neutrality, applying the facts, applying the law, just calling balls and strikes, that's the ideal judge.
That is the ideal judge. We'll continue to watch developments in Kenosha. Thank you for your time today in Inside Politics. Hope to see you back here tomorrow. Annika Barrett picks up our coverage on this very busy news day right now. Have a good afternoon.